Hey everyone, it's Jeff from Humane Fort Wayne. I'm the Canine Behavior Manager. I just wanted to do a quick video on a program we call Click to Quiet. It's something that the staff's been doing for a while and we haven't had a chance to really get it out to the volunteers on a large scale. So the Click to Quiet program is basically teaching the dogs that not jumping on their gates, coming to the front of the gate, and not barking are the behaviors that are going to be rewarded. So how we're going to do that is you're going to get your treat pouch or your apron, get loaded up with some good treats. You're going to need your clicker for this one, so if you don't have one, talk to the staff, they'll get you one. And what we're going to do is we're just going to walk into the kennels. I'm going to approach every gate or every kennel door. If the dog comes to the front, keeps 4 on the floor, and doesn't bark, I'm going to mark that with my clicker and I'm going to reward it with a treat. A couple things to remember are you want to treat low so that the dog doesn't have to jump up to get the treat. That's teaching them to stay on the floor. If you go up to a dog's kennel and they're jumping on the gate or they're barking, you can stand there for a minute, 30 seconds, see if you get the behaviors that you want, and then you can mark and reward it. If not, you'll just skip that dog, go to the next. And the dog will figure out that everybody else is getting treated for being quiet, and then hopefully that's the behavior that you'll get. So for this, we don't use any verbal cues. We don't ask the dog to do anything. We just want the dog to approach the front of the kennel, to keep all 4 feet on the ground, and to not bark at us. So as the dogs have been here for a while, we will start adding some cues to that. So sit is usually one that we'll use, and even then we're still not going to be using a verbal cue. We'll use a hand signal for that. So we're going to go through the kennels right now. I'm going to demonstrate it on a couple dogs, and then if you guys have any questions about it, you can talk to the staff when you're here. So some of the dogs, when you approach their kennel and you have food, they can get a little over eager. So putting your fingers too close to the gate or putting your fingers inside can sometimes end up with the dog so excited to get the treat that he grabs all of your fingers too. So if you're new to this and you're not really sure about the dogs, you can always just click and throw the treat in for the dog. You'd want to make sure that you throw it on the ground so that the dog doesn't have to jump up to get it. But yeah, just like in our other videos, we don't want fingers in the kennels. Even the really nice dogs can get over aroused when there's so much going on and they can get a little mouthy. So throwing the treats in is perfectly fine as you kind of get to know the dogs and what works for each of them. Notice that this row is already quieting down. We're getting a little bit of barking as we leave the dog. As I'm coming back, even Tobias, who has a lot to say, is quiet when I approach because he knows that is the behaviors that I'm looking for. So as we do it and the dog starts to learn that every single person that walks by is going to reward them for these behaviors, it helps keep the dogs calm, it helps keep the kennels quiet. And then if we ever do open up walkthroughs to the public again, these are the behaviors you're going to see when people are approaching their kennels, which is way less stressful than them all at the gates jumping up and barking at everyone. So this is something that we're really trying to implement for everyone. So anytime you're walking through the kennels, anytime you're walking around with dogs that you are using this method, if the dog has all 4 feet on the ground, or is sitting, is at the front of the kennel and isn't barking, reward that behavior, and that is the behavior that you're going to consistently see. So thank you guys, and try this next time you're in. It works really well.